Hey, today we're going to tackle these 7 biggest everyday problems inside your restaurant and talk about how to fix them. All right, it's Dave Allred, the Real Barman here from barpatrol.net and therealbarman.com. Now, in this instance, for the most part, we're talking about the biggest problems that annoy your guests or cause them to go somewhere else and never come back. Okay, we're not talking about some of the other challenges of running a restaurant like the financials or the marketing, things like that. All right, in addition, I want to make sure you understand that sometimes the most important step to improving your business is just being able to identify those small problems going on every day. Okay, just becoming aware of them. Okay, so we're going to cover those 7 thorns in your side, and you might just be like, I do need to pay more attention in that area. I've been neglecting it. All right, and just by becoming aware of it, you're halfway to making it better. Okay, so off we go. Problem number 1, your food and or drinks suck. Now, this is one of the most obvious one for any business, not just the restaurant business. If you have a crappy product, nobody's going to buy from you. If you are confident in your chef and bar manager and they have great menus they've created, you can move on to number 2. But even if you do like them, maybe take a look at your menu anyway. Move some of those low-selling items off and try new ones. And if you have a POS system that can identify those in analytics, those low-selling products, all the better. Okay, you can get creative here, but also make sure you're doing your core menu items really, really well. Instead of trying to put 100 dishes on to you're trying to please everyone. Does that make sense? Also, make sure you're using fresh, high-quality ingredients. Don't skimp here. You're not McDonald's. Your guests are going to notice. All right, there's 3 things you can't skimp on in the restaurant. All right, your POS system, your menu ingredients, and the quality of your employees. If you're cheap on any of those things, people ain't coming back. All right, problem number 2, your customer service sucks. All right, this is another obvious one, but have you really trained your staff to provide optimal customer service? Do you even know what it is or how to define it? All right, it's not just telling them to, go out there and smile or just say, give great service today. All right, you have to have a system in place that defines every step that the customer journey is going on so you don't leave anything up to chance. All right, I actually have a video on my 10-step customer service system you're welcome to check out, but customer service should be built right into your culture. Okay, my core philosophy, which I believe works in any business, and it especially works in the hospitality business, if you help people get everything they want, you will get everything you want. All right, so don't go through the motions here. Train your staff to give your customers everything they want without question, without whining, without analyzing every little problem, and your restaurant will thrive. Okay, and speaking of, in addition, if you give your employees everything they want within reason, they in turn naturally provide great service because they're going to be happy and they won't have to act like they're happy. They actually will be happy. Okay, problem number 3, your place is a pigsty and so it sucks. All right, this one's really inexcusable, and yet you would not believe how many bars and restaurants I walk into that are lazy and irresponsible when it comes to cleanliness. And what more important type of business to be clean in than the business where you eat? And I could care less if my accountant's office is a pigsty. I don't go there. Okay, but I'll walk into restaurants and the floorboards will be disgusting. There'll be gum under the tables, cobwebs in the corners, windows with smudges all over them, dusty liquor shelves. I'll walk back into the kitchen and the grease traps haven't been emptied in who knows how long. It's just plain lazy and it's repelling your customers. It does not take calculus to figure this out. All right, get a closing checklist for your bussers and servers and bartenders that requires them to clean every inch of your place every night. Then you, the manager, walk through with a flashlight to make sure everything's done. It's that simple. You have to take responsibility too. It's not just them. All right, but they don't get checked out until it's right. All right, take pride in your place. Make sure it's clean and sterile. All right, problem number 4, your wait times and reservations suck. Now, if your bar or restaurant is dead and you're slow all the time, then you've got other problems. You need to work on your marketing. But if you have busy times at all, the best thing you can do to systemize and become more efficient is to make sure you have a reservation/waitlist system in place that makes it easier for your guests to sign on to. Okay, I love Yelp Guest Manager for this. Now, I'm not fired up on Yelp as a company overall because of some of the bullying techniques they've done in the past with restaurants and owners, but they are trying to clean that up, so I hear. And if you are going to get a reservation and waitlist system, this is the one to go to because they dominate the search engines, meaning Google, meaning when people Google restaurants near me, you pop up. Okay, and they make it so easy for people to make a reservation there. All right, and it also shows exactly what the current wait time is because you're patched right in with Yelp. All right, and you're going to drive a lot more traffic to your restaurant. People that you would normally miss out on getting to come anyway. Okay, and the most important part is you're not gonna have guests whining to you about wait times. They won't go somewhere else. You won't have to have someone answering the phones for reservations. This one is worth its weight in gold, trust me. Okay, problem number 5, your systems suck. Now, I've already sort of mentioned systemizing a couple times in this video when it comes to like customer service and cleanliness, but in reality, you should have every area of your business systemized. All right, from your opening and closing checklist to hiring and training your staff, to finances, to your inventory, to your marketing, your pre-shift meetings, and on and on. Every task should be assigned to someone or to a certain position in your restaurant. Okay, systemizing allows you to be more efficient as well as identify areas in your restaurant that aren't working. The more systemized you are, the more you can focus on more important things like getting butts in seats and getting them to come back again and again, which is the most important thing, repeat customers. Okay, problem number 6, your ambiance sucks. And if you're like me, this may not be your strong suit, and that's okay. I'm not great at decor. I actually suck at decor or lighting or which furniture to pick out. In college, I think my apartment had like a TV tray and a folding chair in the living room. So if you're like me, work with someone who has an eye for it. And if I were opening a new bar, I would literally bring my wife and sister in to do everything that had to do with ambiance because they're geniuses at it. Okay, the ambiance of your place brings an energy that the guests can feel right away when they walk in, as well as during their entire stay. And that energy can be good or bad. But if it's bad energy, guess who ain't coming back no more? That's right, everybody. Nobody's coming back. So even if you feel like your ambiance is okay right now, find someone who you know who really has an eye for it and get their opinion on how you might make it a little more unique and so they can make it that wow factor. Okay, you're gonna be proud of it. It'll be worth it. Okay, and finally, problem number 7, your website sucks. Now, if you're one of those people who resist the speed with which the world is moving, you need to get out, all right, because you're gonna get run over eventually. You can no longer ignore the modern age of the internet and mobile phones and marketing strategies that run the world now. Okay, perhaps you have a website, but it just has some basic information on there. Maybe your menu and your location, and that's it. All right, you can't compete like that. All right, if you have someone you know who's good at website builders like WordPress or Wix, have them do it. Pay them to do it. All right, there are a lot of easy to use website builders out there. If not, you need to pay a professional. In fact, I recommend hiring a professional because they're going to make it look amazing with pictures and video, and they're going to make it SEO friendly, which means people can actually find you on Google like we talked about before when they're searching, for restaurants near me on their phones when they get hungry. All right, and when people are looking on their phones or computers and they do find your website, that's their first impression of your place, not when they walk in if they've never been there. So if they have a bad first impression because you have a piece of crap website, they're never walking in and you won't have to worry about the ambiance problem we just spoke about. All right, so don't mess around here. Get your website modernized, make it look as good as your super awesome ambianced restaurant. I don't think that's a word, but it's my YouTube channel, so now it's a word on my channel. All right, so thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you learned something. I want you to take a step back and look at the small things that need improvement that you may not even see anymore because you've been doing it for so long and it's become invisible or you just don't think it's important, but your guests think it's important. Okay? All right, have a great day. I hope you make $1 million this week. I'm going to see you next time. I'm out.